So hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about how to create this sticky newsletter with help of HTML and CSS, and also we will add this animation too. So let's get started. So for here we will take an HTML file with name of sticky newsletter .html, and we'll create the basic boilerplate here. And for that we'll take a div, or let's just understand what is requirement here. So here we have required one div here, or you can take one form and one these cross icons, one heading and one paragraph, and one input field for email and one submit button. So here our requirement is clear what we have to take, what element to take. So let's create now. So here I will take one form, and I will give this class as newsletter, or we can give as subscribe, or this newsletter is once more descriptive name, as this is a newsletter, so we'll give the name as newsletter. And again here we will need one heading and one paragraph, and further I will just need one more thing. Okay, we will just need a div so that we can tap the input fields, or basically we can give it a div here, and we can trap this input into the form. Okay, and here I will give its name as subscribe, and here we'll take an input type email. We have to give the placeholder at enter your email, and I will create a button with text name as subscribe. So let's open it with live server, and we can see our live changes here. So here our basic UI is ready. So let's add the heading and text here. So in heading we'll add this text, and for paragraph we'll just take this text and add here. And more things here, this is break after cells, so we will just add a break line here. Okay, so now we can see our template is looking like this. So let's add the CSS here. So for that we'll just take an internal style and just forward the default styling, margin 0 and padding 0, and box size should be border box. And now I will take the newsletter and make its position fixed, and this would be a bottom at least 20 pixel and the right 20 pixel. Okay, and for visibility I will add the body background as something background, let's say add yellow, and this mean height should be 100 ph. Okay, so we can see now. Let's make its background as white, and let's add some padding also. So I'm adding padding as 30 pixel. Okay, and let's move this subscribe button to the bottom of this, to the below of this input type email text. So for that we'll just take a newsletter and form, and I'll make this home as display flex and flex direction column. Now we can see the text. Okay, so one more thing, we have to add the gap here. So we can see the gap is this much. It's around 30 pixel. As this is approximation, we are taking this approximate value, but whenever you have the Figma design, you can measure the spacing from there. But for now, we are just taking assumptions here, as we have not the Figma design. So let's assume a value and just give it here. For the spacing, I'll add the gap as 20 pixel. And one more things, for input padding, I'm giving the 10 pixel, so the input looks wider. Okay, the same padding I will give to the button also. So the newsletter and button, and here I will add the outline none and border none, as we have to give no border, and padding will be 20 pixels so that the input and button looks similar. Okay, let's increase this font size as 18 or 16 pixel. Okay, and we have to add the gap here also. For us, we can add 10 pixel up and 30 pixel bottom to the paragraph. So for that, I'm just taking the newsletter P, and margin I will give as 10 pixel top, right left 0, and bottom will be 30 pixel. Okay, so it's looking good now. And now, well, let's see what is remaining here. We have to make this background as black. Okay, so let's leave the background color of the button as black. So one more thing, we have to make this text color as white. And one more thing, we have to make a cursor as pointer, so that the finger icon comes whenever we hover on this button. And one more thing, we have to disable this outline of the input. And here I will disable the outline now. And it looks like we have need more spacing from the right and bottom, at least 30 pixel I think. So that we can just increase this 30 pixel from right and 30 pixel from bottom. And now we can see this looks right now, and everything is fine now here. One more thing, I have to add just a cross icon here. If we check this font size, the heading font size would be increased. Okay, that's fine. Let's add the cross icon here. For this, I will just take an span here, and I will just add the HTML utility or HTML Unicode at the red cross. This is different, so we can use at the red times here, at the red times, and it looks perfect as cross. And let's give its class name as close. If we check here, that newsletter.close, and I'll make its font size as 20 pixels so that it looks bigger. Let's increase more font size, at least 50 pixel. So now we can see the icon is bigger. And one more thing, we have to make its position absolute so that we can move it to the right and top. Okay, so and I will make this right from 10 pixel, and from top it's 10 pixel. Okay, and one more thing, I have to make this pointer as cursor pointer. So I will just use as cursor pointer here, so that when we hover, the thumb icon is visible here. So for more functionality, we have to adjust this animation, and on this click of the glass, this should be closed. So now what we will do, on click of this, we can display the newsletter to none, or we can just remove the node, remove that element from the DOM. So we need the JavaScript here. For that, we will just need one class, or just need one line only. So let's say const close icon is equal to document.query selectors dot close. So on close icon dot on click, we will just I want to just document.query selectors dot newsletter dot class list dot 8 height. We can just create height class, and on the height class dot newsletter dot height, we just make it position or display none. So whenever I click in this is hidden. One more thing we can do, if you want to animate this, so for that we can just add opacity 0, pointer events none, pointer events none. And for the animation or some transition, we can give the transition here, transition on things, transition 0.3s. So whenever I click here, this looks like something transition. Okay, even we can move to the top here. So if you want to move the top here, we can give the just bottom property to the bottom, or let's give 50%. And okay, so it looks like animated going upward. We can if you want to check the variation in the animation, uh, we can just change the transition timing function, right? Or if you want to move it towards left side, then we can increase the right side value. So for that, we can just increase the right 50%. Initially it is 20 pixels, but on the close of the click icon, on the click of the close icon, we will just move it to the left from the right with 50% value. So whenever I click on this icon, this will move toward the left. Okay. So this was how you can just add this sticky newsletter in any page, and you can utilize your other CSS uh, things to animate and to make it more attractive. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what else the UI in any website you want me to create a video on that topics. So let me know. Thanks for watching.